Space Exploration Technologies, from what we understand, has received a good report from the FAA as far as the potential environmental impact of launching rockets off of Boca Chica, sending cargo, and you never know, maybe even people into space someday soon. That's right, Spaceport USA, the RGV, specifically Brownsville, is going to be called Rocketown USA. That is just amazing. I'm still pinching myself. I can't believe we're talking about this. I never thought I would see something like that in my lifetime. We might be seeing it very soon. A lot of excitement in South Texas. I can just imagine all the economic development and chamber people that are salivating at the opportunity to change all their imaging and flyers and proposals, put some rockets on there to sell the Rio Grande Valley differently. Joining us on 710 KURV, the mayor of Brownsville, Tony Martinez. Tony, if they give you a ticket to hop aboard one of these little Dragon capsules in the future as a tourist, would you take it?
I think I'd jump for joy. Okay.
Yes, but would you hop aboard and go to the space station though?
I don't know that I'm going to go to the space station at my age, but it is an exciting time for the whole region, and in particular Brownsville. So we're definitely excited. I know we have some more hoops to go through. But this has been a great project to work on.
10-4. And the hoops, not too many left. And as we understood Wednesday night when we found out that the report had been released, and we talked with the Brownsville Economic Development Chief on Thursday morning. The reason we're so excited is that the clock is officially ticking. We're in the final 30 days of the public comment period. Is there something that local folks can do to push this along? Would you recommend that they submit their comments online, or how does that work?
To be honest with you, the mechanics of it, I'm not fully, apprised of. But I know we have a 30-day period. I know it has to do with public comment. I'm sure that you could probably do it online. But we've had 2 public hearings, and we've had over 500 people with both hearings, which is, quite frankly, when I was contacted by the FAA, they said, this is unheard of. And in both instances, we had maybe 1 or 2 at best people who kind of spoke in opposition, but for various different reasons, whether it was a noise level. But I've been out to Cape Canaveral and Port Canaveral, and just like Pat Birchfield talks about, the wild habitat really, there's been no impact on that. And I'm fully aware of both sides of views, but guys.
And your opinion has some authority to it as well, because as an attorney, you've worked environmental issues in the past. I understand.
I've done a lot of what we call environmental law, and I'm fully for this project, and this company is a company to watch.
10-4. Joining us on 710 KURV, Brownsville Mayor Tony Martinez.
Mayor Tim Sullivan here, going on that trend that you're just talking about here. The FAA's environmental impact study does give clearance for the proposed rocket launches. It points out that there will still be some environmental impacts. It doesn't say there won't be any, just not significant enough to stop the project, and impacts that could be mitigated. And we know that SpaceX is an environmentally friendly company that has been willing to do that in the past. So that's another good sign.
Yeah, no. I've been out to Hawthorne, California, and I've also talked to some of the folks that they have in Washington. They are, again, I have been in the trenches on environmental law. These people are extremely cooperative and very sensitive to those issues. So I'm looking forward to working with them.
One point that Jason Hiltz with the Brownsville Economic Development Council made when we spoke with him yesterday morning is that this project, yes, it will indeed have a dramatic impact on economic development and educational opportunities, but he pointed out how it will just change the entire perception of the Rio Grande Valley from folks who don't live here.
Well, Brownsville's a place to be today. I've been the mayor for over 3 years now, and everybody's dedicated their heart and soul to the things that we saw as a vision And I do. I think it's a game changer. But I like the people that we're associating with. I think a lot of the folks that we're talking to are very solid people, very, what would you call them, the kind of value systems that they have. They may seem a little bit, sort of outer space type, but
Nerds.
but
Nerds.
but
That's
I
not
tell you what,
necessarily
they're
a bad thing.
not a bad thing. They're dreamers and doers, and along the way, they're very cognizant of what needs to be protected. So I really truly am very very feel very blessed to be here at this time, and being in Brownsville I think is a great place to go.
When an economically significant landmark occurs, such as this, and this is on the verge of taking place, normally there's ancillary benefits to it, and some ripple effects that take place. Just curious, has your phone or the BEDC phone been ringing from other folks interested in setting up shop here, either on consumer services or research or light manufacturing, anything else that might be linked to this, from tourism to manufacturing?
Well, I don't know that you'd say that the phone is ringing off the wall, but I tell you what, it has been ringing ever since the interest in SpaceX has been advertised out there. So I'm telling folks, kind of watch Brownsville as it goes along, because we have had a lot of interest, quite frankly, over my tenure, in establishing places here. So we've been talking to a lot of folks. I mean, a lot of things can't be divulged publicly, but I would say stay tuned, okay? Because I think you're going to see some wonderful things, and I think it's wonderful for the young people of the valley.